Okay, welcome friends to my channel Neeraj Kapse. Today we're going to see data transfer instruction, how you can use data transfer instruction in 8051. Okay, so we'll start with the session. Okay, so there are different instruction types. So these instructions are categorized as data transfer instructions. So these are used to transfer a data from one memory location to another location, like is transfer of a data. So this is used to transfer of a data. Then second is arithmetic instructions. So under this arithmetic instructions, so we have different instruction sets like arithmetic operations. So it performs arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So this is used to do this particular operations. Again, third type is logical instructions. So logical corresponds for some logical operations like so it does logical operations such as AND gate, or then not. Okay. Similarly, we have Boolean variable instructions like bitwise operators. So this is signifies bitwise operations. Like bit checking, jump if bit, jump if no bit, bit set reset. So like these operations will be taken care by the Boolean variable instructions. And last type is program branching instructions. So under this program branching instructions, so we can use like jumping instructions. So this is specifically used to jump the program counter. Okay, PC stands for program counter. So like this is going to use, there are different instructions type: data transfer, arithmetic, logical, Boolean variable and program branching instructions. So today we are going to see data transfer instruction in detail. So what is the syntax for a data transfer instruction? So we need to write the syntax. Move is the instruction which is very commonly used for data transfer instruction, and the syntax for that is we need to write move as a keyword, then we need to specify this destination and then comma with the source. Okay, so this source might be any register, or source might be any immediate data, okay, and destination might be any register or a memory location. Okay, so we can do any source and the destination and we can use it. So like this we can use any source and the destination. The source data will be copied, whatever the source is there, that is copied to the destination, that is data transfer to the destination. Okay. Next, so based on different addressing modes, so this data transfer instruction works. So these are the different addressing modes. So there are 5 addressing modes. First is immediate addressing mode. So we can specify the immediate data. A register addressing mode, it's a data transfer between these 2 registers. Third is a direct addressing mode. So it uses a direct memory address and it uses any of the register. And indirect addressing mode, so this uses address. Okay. So like this there are 4 different types of addressing modes, and last one is an indexed addressing mode as well. So we'll see in detail this addressing modes and the data transfer instructions, okay, step by step. So these are the addressing modes: immediate, register, direct, indirect and indexed. Okay, so we'll see first. First is the immediate addressing mode. So what is immediate addressing mode? So it uses hash symbol. So hash symbol is used whenever you find hash symbol as a source, then that time this is the example of an immediate addressing mode. So here it is an example, move a comma hash 55h. It means what? It copies 55h data. So this is a data. Whenever you are writing a hash, so next, whatever the next byte is there, that is to be a data. Okay, so sorry. Okay, this is the data, and the syntax for this is move a comma source. So for this source we need to provide a hash. So hash is the symbol used for immediate data. Okay, and the examples here, move a comma hash for 78. So here I am not specifying h, so this means decimal value. Okay, and whenever I am writing h there, so 8f will be required. This is a hexadecimal value. Okay, so this loads 78 decimal into the accumulator. This loads 8fh decimal into the accumulator. So like this we can use immediate addressing mode. Here it is opcode for this. So opcode is again the machine understandable code, and this is the required machine cycles required for executing this particular instruction. The instruction is move a comma hash data. So for this the opcode is 74, and it requires 2 bytes, that is 2 machine cycles. So it is machine cycle. Okay, so again there are different opcodes and the data byte required. So you can write like this, move a comma hash data, move r0 to r7. So these are the different registers. So you can load immediate data to the registers as well. Okay, so both the things are possible with the immediate data. So one thing I need to explain more. In this case, whenever you want to write the immediate addressing mode, so we need to specify move as the instruction. Move, then destination is the required, comma source. Okay, so if I want to write a decimal value, I can write like this, move a comma hash 20. And if I write like this, move a comma hash 20h. So this loads 20 decimal to accumulator, and this loads 20h, that is hexadecimal, to accumulator. Okay, so again if I want to specify a binary, I can write like this, move a comma hash 00100101b. So this loads binary value. So b is the suffix we need to use, okay, for the binary. If you want to load again a comma any number with starting with a alphanumeric character, then we need to put 0ffh. So this 0 is important. Adding 0 for alphanumeric data. So for the alphanumeric data representation, we need to add the 0. So this is important. Okay. So if we write like this only, so if you write move a comma hash ffh, it throws an error. Okay, if you write only move a comma hash ffh, it throws an error because 0 addition is required. Okay, so these are things about the immediate addressing mode. This loads immediate value. So if I write this instruction, move a comma hash 20, okay, 20 H and 20. So these are the two different things. And if I erase this hash, if I remove this particular hash, if I remove this hash, what will happen? If I write like this, move a comma 20h, so this means it's a direct addressing mode. Okay, so these two things are different, like which is immediate addressing mode and which is the direct addressing mode. Okay, so we'll see that. So here again, second type of addressing mode is a register addressing mode. So this is the data transfer between two registers. So here it is one register, move a r0 comma a. So again, this is my destination and this is my source. So it loads the contents of accumulator towards the R0. So you can specify move a comma Rn, means it uses the contents of any of the R register to the accumulator. Okay, so like this, this examples gives the loads R0 contents to accumulator. Okay, here it is the R0 contents are 88. For example, it loads these 88 contents towards the accumulator. So after execution of this instruction, move a comma R0, my accumulator data or accumulator value is 88h. So again, here it is an example. It requires again 2 bytes machine cycle. So machine cycle takes 2 bytes. Okay, R0 to A. So we can put any of the Rn to A or move a comma Rn as well. So both the way. So transfer from register to the accumulator or from accumulator to any of the register we can do. Okay, so here okay, so register addressing mode. So we have all together in a memory. So we have total 32 general purpose registers. So if you look at the memory bank, so this bank is categorized into 4 basic banks, and above that we have SFRs. So SFR is a special function register. Okay, so here it is a bank 0, here it is a bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. Each bank contains R0 to R7 registers, again R0 to R7 registers of bank 1, again R0 to R7 registers of bank 2, again R0 to R7 registers of bank 3. So in all together we have 32 general purpose registers. Okay, so you can use any of the data transfer instructions by using move. So syntax is move destination comma source. Okay, source you can use any of the registers A, B or direct data, and destination is any of the registers again. So move R0 comma A you can write, or move R7 comma A you can write, or you can write move A comma R7 as well. Okay, so like this we can do for the register addressing mode. Okay. Okay, next is direct addressing mode. So in this direct addressing mode, direct memory address is specified. For example, here move a comma direct address. So here it is an example. This is 37 is the address. I am drawing here a memory table. So I have 34, 35, 36, 37. So here it is a 35, 36, 37. So these are the address, and these are having data, suppose 01, 05, 77. So these are the data. Okay. So what this instruction will do? This instruction will copy the contents of that memory location towards the destination. So this is my memory location is my source, and accumulator register is my destination. So if I write like this, move a comma 37, so this copies 37 data present at 37. So this is the data present at 37 is E8. So that will be copied towards the accumulator. So my accumulator contents are E8. So if I write like this, move a comma 32, so whatever the data present at that particular memory location, that is 09, so this data is present here 09, that will be copied into the accumulator. Okay, so again, if I write like this, move a comma hash 32, means this is an example of immediate addressing move. What is the output of this? Output of this is 32 decimal value. 30 decimal value is loaded into the accumulator. It will not go to that memory location, but when you are not specifying hash symbol, so this means direct addressing mode. Okay, so this is about direct addressing mode. So again, you can use any of the memory registers for the direct addressing mode. So here it is an example, move R5, 40. So it goes to that 40 memory location. So my memory address is here 40 and the data present is 88. So what it will do, it will copy the data that is 88H into the R5 memory location. So this is my R5 register value. So register address, and it goes to this 88 will be copied towards this R5. So 40 is the address of the source memory. Okay, then the address 40 address 88 data is present and which is copied towards R5. Okay, next. So if I write move direct address comma date has data, so again here we can use immediate data that to be copied towards the direct address as well. So this is the destination, 40 is the address, this is destination address. And this is my immediate data. So this immediate data will be copied towards the destination address at a 40. So 3D will be copied toward this address, that is 40 address, and the value present at this is after execution 3D. Okay, so 40 is the address of a memory, immediate data 3D is copied into the memory. Okay, so like this will execute. So like this we can use immediate data to the direct memory address as well. Okay. So here again the second example is we can put the data or put the register values to the direct address as well. So here it is an example, move 40 comma A. So what it will do, whatever the contains present at A accumulator, those will be copied towards the 40H. Suppose A contains 88 value, so those will be loaded towards the memory location 40H. Okay, so it is a vice versa. So we can copy the contents from the memory, also we can copy the contents of the register towards the memory as well. Okay, again one more example here. So also we can use the register values. So suppose R7 values are 88, so this instruction will do whatever the data present at R7, those will be copied towards the 40H. So 88 will be copied towards 40H. Okay, so we can use move direct address comma Rn as well. Okay, so here we can put Rn as R0 to R7. So 7 different registers of any of the banks. So we can select the banks from PSW. So we have discussed already PSW. PSW is a program status word register. Okay, so we can do that as well. Next, also it is having a facility to copy the direct data from memory address to the address, direct address to the direct address. So what it will do, move 40 comma 30. So this means it copies the contents of 30 to the 48. So it copies the contents, not the address. So here it is an example. In this example, the contents of 30 are 88. So this, sorry. So these 88 contents will be copied towards 40H memory location. Okay, why? Because my destination is 40 and my source is 30. Okay, so we can do a direct address to address as well. So here in the indirect addressing mode, next addressing mode, next addressing mode is the indirect addressing mode. So here we are specifying the indirectly the memory address using this. So here it is an example, move a comma @ of R1. So what it will do? suppose I will write like this instruction. First, move R1 comma hash 50h. Okay, change the color. The second instruction is I'm writing move a comma at the rate of R1. All right. So what the first instruction will do? It creates one memory table. So we have already a memory table. So I have the starting address is suppose 50h, 51h, 52h, and so on. So this is a memory. So my data, whenever this instruction executes, so this loads the value 50h. So this loads the value 50h into the R1. So I have memory table as well, and I have the register table as well. So I have different registers. So this is my R1, my R2, R3, R4. So this instruction loads 50h into R1. So my address will be 50h. So what this, suppose my 50h contains are 25. So this instruction will execute. Whenever this instruction will execute, move a comma at the rate of R1. Whenever this instruction will execute, it goes to the memory location pointed by R1. So what's my R1 is pointing? R1 is pointing 50. So it jumps to the memory location 50h. So here it reads the data present there. So my data present there is 25. So though that 25 data will be copied into accumulator. So my accumulator contents are 25UH. Whenever this instruction executes, so it goes to that particular memory location, and my accumulator data will be present there. That will be copied towards the accumulator. So like this it executes. So here it is an example again. Move direct address comma at the rate of Rn. So we can specify direct address as well, and at the rate of R1. So R1, suppose R1 contains are 30. So it goes to the 30 memory location, whatever the data present in the 30. So that data, that 30 day value will be copied towards 40. So this copies that data towards 40. Sorry, yeah, the value present at this 30 will be copied towards this particular memory location. All right. So my value present at 30th memory location is 88. So this 88 will be copied towards 40 memory location. Okay. So next thing, move at the rate of R1 comma 66. So at the rate of R1 means R1, suppose R1 data is 66. My data is 66. My R1 memory address is suppose 30. R1 contains a 30. So it copies the data 66 into the memory location at 30h. So like this. So 66 is my data. Address of the destination is R1. Present is in R1. R1 suppose contains 30h. My data 66 will be copied towards 30h. Okay. Then here move a at the rate of R1 comma a. So whatever the contents of accumulator are there, those will be copied towards the memory location pointed by R1. So R1 data is suppose 30. So it copies 66 into the 30th memory location. Move 40 comma move at the rate of R1 comma 40. So here we can use direct address as well. So my data present at this 40h is 66. So that 66 will be copied towards the memory address pointed by this R1. So R1 contains are suppose 30h. So this 66 data, so data is 66 at this particular memory location. This 66 is copied towards 30 location here. It is a direct memory address to indirect location. Again, we can use move dptr comma has 16 bit of a data. So if you want to load a 16 bit of a number, you can use dptr is a 16 bit register. So you can give the instruction like move dptr comma hash 1234. So immediate value 1234 will be loaded into data pointer. So again move c is to copy the code memory. Okay, so the instructions like this we can use move c a comma at the rate of a plus dptr. So at the rate of a plus dptr means it adds a with a dptr or a pc, and whatever the data present at that particular memory location, that will be copied towards accumulator. So here movc a comma at the rate of a plus pc as well you can use. So this is dptr stands for data pointer and pc stands for program counter. So both the way we can do. So it copies that code memory towards the accumulator as well, or it copies the program counter with the accumulator as well. So this is about code memory copying. Again, the next instruction is MOVX. So MOVX will copy the external data memory, or is used for copying the external data from the external memory. So MOVX operand 1 comma operand 2. So I can use like this MOVX at the rate of dptr comma a. So it copies the accumulator contents towards the dptr at the rate of dptr pointed by the dptr. MOVX at the rate of r0 comma a. So it copies that to the r0, but this r0 is pointing toward the external memory. So whatever the data present in the accumulator, that will be copied to the external memory. For the external memory we can use MOVX, and for code memory we can use MOVC. Okay, so like this we can use data transfer instruction. So if you have any queries, you can write in a comment box. If you like this particular video, please press the like button. If you are not subscribed my channel yet, please press subscribe button, and also press notification bell icon for next upcoming updates. Thank you for listening.